I wanted to just show you some little critters I've got recently. I caught these actually behind the building in the creek, and he's kind of hiding right now. The other one, I don't know where the other one is. That's a little fake see it in me thing. Even though it's freshwater, I kind of tried to make it look a little bit like saltwater. The other crayfish more than likely is inside this little cave. And the other one's cruising around the back, which we might see a little bit of a crayfish show, because oftentimes they are very territorial, and this little hole right here goes all the way to the back of the tank. So they've dug out a little cave for themselves, but only one at a time apparently can be inside there. So what often happens is there's a little battle that takes place, and it gets pretty violent, to be quite honest with you. That's why I've got all these little hides around here, so that they have their own little place to go. But oftentimes when they both want to be in this little crack here, things can get a little ugly. So you can see right now there's one that probably is turning away because he had a little bit of a scuffle there. See, there's the other one. So after you watch them for a while, you start to almost be able to totally predict what they're going to do. This one will more than likely come around and go right back into its little cave. It's protected the one area there, or maybe not. So maybe I'm not that great at predicting what they do, but I do think they're really neat, and they're great to watch feed. So actually, believe it or not, I'll drop a little food in, and you can see how they gobble up. And all I do is feed it fish flakes, really. They seem perfectly happy with that. At least I think. They're eating them, so that's a good sign. I'm trying to get some flakes out here. The fish are going to go a little crazy as well, but I just dropped the food in, and they must really be able to smell it fast, because the minute the food drops, they start going crazy. And you're going to see this one here find some food. See, there's the other one. It's going to cruise around, and you can tell how they eat. They just pick little bits off the rocks, and so you can see it just snapped a little piece there. Soon these are babies right now. Soon they will get to be full-size crayfish, like the big red ones that you see. So I don't know how. At that point, they will probably get transferred into the larger aquarium, and I mean, that's part of why I have the larger one, is I've been kind of collecting fish and stuff like that, and eventually things need to be moved into larger tanks as they grow. Now, I don't have any fish that are too large or will get too large. I always make sure that I check the charts on the fish on what their full size should be. Unfortunately, these fish, the goldfish, can get up to 12 inches, and at some point they might be able to be sold off as something for a pond, or given to someone at a pond. They have tripled in size since I got them, and so we'll see. I don't know what's going to happen with them, but for right now, they've got adequate space for swimming around and all that, and they should be fine. And the crayfish have plenty of distance between them. Eventually, they'll need larger hides, as they start to grow more and more. But I just watch the molts. You'll see so far I've only seen it maybe once every month and a half or 2 months, but sometimes I'll walk in, and I'll literally see what looks like a dead crayfish, and I'll think, I lost one, and I get bummed on it, and then I look at it closer and I realize that it's the whole skeleton, the whole exoskeleton, but the crayfish is 5 inches away in hide, because once they've molted, they're really, really soft, and they need to harden up. So they usually will go and hide for a day or so, and come out once the skin is hardened up again. So Just a really fascinating creature. I have now these two that are wild caught, and then I also have two that are captive bred. The other ones are exotic crayfish. One's a white, like an albino, but it has black eyes, and the other one's really orange, and they're both really interesting and almost more interesting than the fish, but just the way they behave and all that stuff. So anyways, just wanted to share that with you. I don't know, it might be fun to watch. I just thought I'd do a quick little video for you. So I love you, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.